Hello, welcome. How are you doing? I am actually doing fucking fantastic, which is weird to say when you go through a breakup because normally that's like a sad time, you know? And, just hear me out, okay? I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I just, maybe some other people need to hear this because you're going through similar situations, or maybe you need some fucking advice, I'm an advice person. I'm an old ass soul. And I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. People come to me for advice, all right? I'm a healer. I heal people. I know exactly what they need to hear. So I know there's some people out here that are watching this video that need to hear about my situation because maybe it'll help their situation. So here's the deal. I'm single for the first time officially in 8 years. I've been in several different relationships all of my adult life, and I've never been officially single. It's always been one after another, after another, after another. Just back to back to back, okay? I relationship hop really quick. I have a tendency for codependency. That was dope. Okay. I broke up with my boyfriend 2 days ago, and it needed to happen. It's not because there's no love there. It's not because I wasn't happy in the relationship. There's this hole inside of my soul. I need to stop rhyming because I just feel like I need to find myself. As cliche as that is, I'm a walking cliche. It's fine. Cliches are cliches for a reason. They're based in so many people saying the same thing over and over that it's just, it's just like stereotypes are sometimes based in reality. Cliches are based in reality. I'm a walking cliche. I've come to terms with it. I'm fine with it. It's okay. It's a part of my life. That's fine. So, ever since I was 20, so right at the beginning of my adult journey, I have not been single. I got into a relationship that I was in for a year that ended kind of badly. I immediately jumped into another relationship that I was in for 4 years, and then I left that relationship and got into this relationship immediately, and was in it for almost 2 years. So, does that math add up? I don't know. But it's been around 8 years that I have been in a relationship and been codependent on other people and not really been able to get to know myself because I can't give 100% of my attention and my focus to two different things at once. And as hard as it was to admit that to myself, I've done a lot of self-growth and, soul journey along my way, but it's always been with somebody else. And this is the time that I need to be alone. I need to do it on my own, be independent, go inside, find out who I am, focus on me, and do all the stuff, that I need to do to become a whole person. I have a tremendous capability for love, okay? If you've ever looked, I hope that sound is not, hey, you're very cute, but I might not be able to let you chew on that while this video is happening because it's kind of loud. So if you could take that on the floor. Anyways, back to what I was saying. And again, this whole video is gonna seem like I'm blowing smoke up my own ass because I'm gonna talk very positively about myself because that's how I feel right now. And I'm not trying to be cocky or arrogant or anything. I'm confident right now, and I want to let you know how I feel and what's going on, and I need to stop explaining myself. So if you have ever wondered what it was like to be loved unconditionally, I am that person that can provide that for people. The people that are in my life that are close to me, they know that my love for them is unconditional. I'm a ride or die type fucking bitch. I just want to connect on a soul level, on a deep emotional level, and just have that rawness, that realness where it's just like you see each other's souls and you just connect, and you can be so vulnerable with that person. And it doesn't matter the ugliness in your past. It doesn't matter the ugliness of your vessel. It doesn't matter, you know, what things in your life that you're ashamed of, that you're trying to keep in the dark and just secret. Like that person who can just see you for you and love you despite your flaws. I am that person for the people in my life, and I believe that it is part of my life purpose to be that person for anybody that needs it. So for those of you that are watching this that, you know, feel some type of way, like you need something, like, I don't know, maybe I can help you. I truly feel like I am supposed to be able to help as many people as I can, to help heal people. I have attracted broken people, narcissistic people my entire fucking life. And I never thought it was because, you know, oh, I'm attracting the wrong people. That's never been a part of my thinking. Like, even though I was less enlightened growing up, because, you know, everybody has to go through what they have to go through in order to reach the level of consciousness that you need to be at. You know, people, I see it all over the internet all the time. People are like, well, I just attract broken people, and what's wrong with me that I attract the wrong people? It's not that you are attracting the wrong people. You attract the people that you need to attract, that either teach you lessons, that you have to teach them lessons. Like, there's some reason that you come into contact with pretty much literally everybody that you come into contact with. And so the broken people, the narcissistic people that I attract into my life, if you look at them now, at least 90% of them were able to heal in some sort of capacity, and I was able to help them break out of the cycle of thinking that they were in, and, you know, let them know that they are safe and I am here for you no matter what. Like, if you need to heal and you need my help, I'm here to help you. And I truly feel like I have the ability to help just heal people. Not like physically heal them, you know, I'm not a doctor, I don't have like mystical powers like that. I'm not Jesus, I can't like touch you and heal you, but as far as like your soul and your energy, I feel like I do have a very positive energy. I try to put real positive energy out into the world, regardless of whether you think curse words is like positive or not. Like, spice of life, okay? I can curse and still be a positive person, all right? It's just the flavor, and I tend to give off the energy that I get. So like, I mirror people's energy, and I've done a lot of like, I've been watching so many damn videos and like just finding different websites and articles and stuff to try to teach me about who I am, and I mirror people's energies, and it shows them who they are, and it sometimes can be very explosive and people will really not like me, but it's because I'm mirroring their image, their energy, and what they need to see in themselves to change. And I have helped quite a lot of people directly or indirectly just by being able to do that. So that was a very long tangent from the fact that I'm single, and I realize that, but I just have a lot of stuff that wants to come out of my mouth right now, because we are entering the age of Aquarius. We have been in this like very earthy energy for a very long time, and we are transitioning into the age of Aquarius. This whole pandemic that is happening, this is like a flood level, like a worldwide flood level shutdown, stop the world, because we are transitioning. And now, I'm not an expert on that. I am very, very, very interested in astrology right now, and it has ignited like a passion in me, and I've been doing my friends like birth charts and stuff, and like really delving in and like trying to learn about the planets, and it's coming very easily to me because I feel like it's I know I'm manic and sound crazy. you know, it's something that I've done in my past lives, wherever they may have been. Like, I've mastered astrology, so it's coming easier to me. Like, it feels like it's just kind of like, oh yeah, I already knew that, and it's kind of just like confirming it. Anyways, so the Age of Aquarius is air energy. It's about communication, and connecting with others, and being able to, you know, connect with everybody, and it's about humanity, and all of the corruption is going to be exposed, and just the secrets are going to come to light, and then humanity is going to heal and evolve, and it's going to be better. And I, for the longest time, for my whole life basically, because it's been a restriction of mine, like I'm currently experiencing my Saturn return. My Saturn, my natal Saturn, is in Aquarius. I'm 28 years old. The cycle for Saturn is about 28-ish years, and so I am currently experiencing the beginning of my Saturn return, and the Age of Aquarius has opened, I feel, my throat chakra, and so I'm able to actually communicate, because my whole life I've had lots of trouble articulating my thoughts and just being able to communicate with people, and I've been very, very extremely awkward my whole entire goddamn life. And I've always felt like, you know, if somebody's here and having a conversation with me, it's very hard for me to keep the conversation flowing. I just don't know what to say next. I'm not interested in small talk and surface level shit. I want to get deeper and dive deeper, but if I can't relate to you, like, it's hard. And at the same time, I can relate and get along with everybody, but it's like going deeper and actually being able to communicate and like have something to say and a coherent thought and not tripping over my words. And my whole life up until this last like 2 or 3 months, I have not been able to properly articulate, and there's a lot in my videos that I have to edit out where I am like pausing and it's just very breathy. Right now I'm speaking and it's flowing, and I don't feel like I'm breathing like a crazy person, and like I'm not out of breath when I'm speaking, because it's like exhausting to talk about. I'm energized and my communication is very clear, and I'm able to like actually keep conversations going, like say things to people that just like before there was just dead air and awkward silence, and like I would feel like a lot of awkward connections with people, and it's like I don't know. But like literally yesterday when I was at work, one of the residents she's so sweet, and she's like, I just love you, and she comes up and she gives me a hug, and she wants to talk about all these like things in her life, and I'll sit there and listen to her, but I've never really like had responses and stuff for her. But she called and wanted to talk about something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we ended up talking about animals and about energies, and like there was just this like positivity and these like really good vibes through the phone, and just this just high energetic like lovely conversation that took place. And it's happening more and more and more, and I feel the ability to articulate my thoughts so much better than I ever have, and I'm not stuttering and tripping over my words and having to pause because I can't find the words. Like the words are on the tip of my brain, but I can't make them come out of my mouth, you know? I say tip of my brain, oh, there we go. The expression is tip of the tongue, but I don't know, I like to say tip of the brain because it feels like it's right here, but I just can't connect it to my throat chakra and have it come out of my mouth hole. My face hole. So I broke up with my boyfriend, and you know, I had actually broken up with him in December. I don't know if I've talked about that on my channel before. I did have a video that I had put out in December that I was like talking about how unhappy I was and how I knew the relationship needed to end. And right after that video, right after I got done recording that video, I literally got up, came into here, and broke up with my boyfriend. And we were broken up for a week, and we were still living together. I just moved into the other room, and then we did end up getting back together, and it was just kind of like, I felt pressured to get back together with him. It still wasn't fully right in my heart where I felt like, yes, I should get back together with him. But I do believe in second chances, and you know, we discussed the things that needed to change in order for me to feel like this relationship was worth it, and like I was appreciated and all of this. And I did, you know, the main reason was because I felt like I didn't know who I was, and I wasn't a whole person, and I need to find myself. And I've been on the verge of this spiritual awakening, and it's been progressing much more, and it's been very strong. And I feel like I have definitely come quite a long ways from where I was a year ago, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'm thankful that I've been like documenting it, because in a couple of years I can come back and look back at it and be like, see, like, you see where you start, and you have these doubts about yourself, and you have these doubts about just everything. You're like, no, it's impossible. That can't be something that I'm capable of. But then you keep working at it. You put in the work and the hours and the self just work, and you get to this place, and your eyes are open more and more, and there's all this information. There's so much to learn, and you are just kind of like grasping at little things here and there, and finding stuff that you're like super passionate about for like a week and a half, and you're like, okay, I burned myself out, I need to focus on another area. And there's so many different avenues now that I feel very strongly about and passionate towards, and I am so looking forward to learning everything that I have to learn, and to be able to teach anybody who, needs to know these things and is interested. And so that was what I said to him was, I don't feel like a whole person. I feel like I need to find myself. As cliche as that is, I can't do it with somebody else. I need to be on my own. And as much as I love the relationship and I love you, we just can't be together. I have to do this on my own. And he took it very hard the first time when I broke up with him. And it was, he immediately started saying about how I was basically telling him that he wasn't enough. And I tried so hard to get him to understand that it wasn't him. It wasn't his fault. That, like, it wasn't that he was inadequate. It's just like, there's love there. And I do love him, and I love being around him, and he has very good energy. We're not right for each other, the end all be all, but we definitely had lessons that we needed to teach each other so that we could grow. I had, to learn the lesson that, even though you can love somebody and have all these things that are good, if you know deep down in your heart what you really need and what you really deserve, you have to be able to walk away from that and stand in your power and go after what it is that you need to be whole. You shouldn't be feeling like you're lost and you don't know who you are, and making compromises to where you feel like you've pushed a part of yourself down. And like, when you find the right person, everything will align. I don't have the right person right now, but I know that everything will align. And even if we have things that we might disagree on, it's going to be like a soul connection, like a deep, deep connection where I can be truly vulnerable and I don't have to hide parts of myself. I'm very interested in tarot and astrology and all that, and I feel like I have to hide that from this boyfriend that I just, broke up with, because while he says, he accepts me no matter what, it doesn't feel that way in my heart. And so I need to go on this journey alone. I keep going on rabbit trails because I just have so much to say. I'm going to record my Starseed podcast after this. So if you're not subscribed to my podcast channel yet, me and Samantha, Spiritual Sinners podcast, will be linked in the description below so that you can head over there, okay? And if you want to learn about starseeds and about spirituality and astrology and all that, we're going to be covering all those topics eventually. And my most, not recent, but the topic that I'm going to be speaking out about today is starseeds. So that's what's going to come out next is about starseeds. So when I got back together with him, I felt pressured because I had, voiced to him the things that I needed, and he said that he would change and, appreciate me more and do more to help out with everything and show me that he loves me, because I need attention. I need reassurance. I need to know that I'm loved and appreciated. And when you're playing your game for 7 hours and I'm trying to get you to pay attention to me, you can't even stop to like do that. And, it just, a part of me dies every time anyways, so I got back together with him on the premise that he would appreciate me more and show me more that he loved me and be more a part of our relationship where it's not just one-sided. And he did fix those things for the most part. Now we kind of fell back into the way things used to be, and I don't want to have to make anybody change for me. I do not want to change people, just like I don't want anybody to change me to fit them. Like I don't want to change him like that. And so he wanted the opportunity to show me who he could be, and I do believe that he grew a little bit from that, and maybe that's the lesson that he needed to learn from being with me. But even though we got back together, I still had that nagging feeling just in the back of my mind, in my heart, that I wasn't complete as a person, that I wasn't whole, that I needed something. There was something else that I needed, and it wasn't because he was inadequate. That's not what it was at all. It's because I am inadequate as a person. My soul needs to grow. I have lots of soul searching to do. I have never felt like I had a purpose here on earth. I've just always gone through the motions, go with the flow, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. But my heart has never been in anything. It has just never been there. I've had different little passions. I can't even think. Makeup has been a passion of mine for a while. It mainly started because I had really bad skin and I wanted to cover it up, but it has become like a therapy for me, and I just enjoy doing my makeup. I was really passionate about theater and acting, and I still would really love to do things like that. Like, I'm very interested in acting and all of that. But, these last 4 months that we've been back together, that feeling has not gone away, and I have been experiencing bouts of depression and just feeling like I need something more. I need to focus on myself and work on myself and develop all of these different things that I have discovered about myself and work on them and strengthen them and be able to share them with the world and help people. And I can't do that if I'm with somebody, if I'm codependent, because I want to give my all to the relationship, but I also want to give my all to developing myself. So you can't have both of those. So there's that saying, if you love something, let it go. That's what I'm doing, okay? I love him, but I have to let him go because I need to work on myself. And if in a few years of being single, please stop showing your butthole to everybody. If after a few years I've been single, we happen to cross paths again, and we're both whole and ready and in that place, and we feel like we need to be with each other and we get back, then that happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But I need to have this separation right now to work on myself and grow and become who I'm supposed to be and go towards my destiny. I know that sounds very hokey. There's this feeling inside of me, and ever since I broke up with him 2 days ago, we're still living together. He's got a deadline to where he needs to find a place, but like, it's very amicable. My breakups aren't like fire and flames when you break up and you can't be friends with each other. My ex-boyfriend that I broke up with for this current boyfriend, now ex-boyfriend, that's a lot, is still in my life. I talk to him basically every day. He's one of my best friends, and I feel like he will always be in my life, and I don't know why I'm getting emotional about that. Just I feel like he will always be a part of my life, and he's somebody that I have so much love and respect for, and he's a person that gets me and will not judge me no matter what. He's he's another one of those people that has unconditional love. He saw me when I was at my absolute lowest. I had a really bad drinking problem, and I still had that hole in my heart. Like, I don't know what to do. He was with me when my brother died. He was at the funeral. He saw me gain a bunch of weight. We gained a bunch of weight together. And then we lost a bunch of weight together because he did keto with me. And I really appreciate that he did that with me. And even when, you know, I was super wasted, and I came to his apartment because I was like staying with him at the time until I found a place, and I was belligerently blackout drunk, and I went into the bathroom. It was like 3 in the morning. I was being super loud and I needed to throw up, but like whenever I get drunk, I hate getting drunk, and I will never get drunk again. I'll enjoy like a glass or two of wine, but that's not anything that I want to have to do with. I do not like being drunk. I hate spinning. I hate the hangover. I hate the sloppy nature of it and how it just makes me feel. It brings me to a lower vibration, and I want to be up here at a higher vibration. You know, I want to vibrate to the fucking stars. Like, I don't want to be down here. And I'm gonna tell you the story, okay? I have no shame, absolutely no shame. I went into the bathroom and I was waiting to throw up, but I hate throwing up, and I had taken all my clothes off. And so I was sitting in the bathroom. I was like 220 or 30 pounds that time, and I was slumped over, all of my rolls, everything just showing, just absolutely a disgusting mess of a human at that point. And I was leaning against the wall going, help, somebody help, and just like yelling for somebody to help me. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were living in an apartment. Like, people are all around, and I was disturbing people, and he was trying to get me to be quiet, and he ended up getting mad and punching the wall. He was so fucking mad. And then I like slept on the couch, and you know, we've been through a lot together. I cheated on him when I was drunk, and then told him that I cheated on him because I can't keep secrets in, and I hate hurting people. And he did not care that I cheated on him, and that upset me because I was like, how could you not care that I cheated on you? How could you not care about that? That means that you don't care about me. And I broke up with him because I was like, that you don't care about me if you don't care that I cheated on you. And then a week went by, and it's always a week. Well, I don't know why it's always a week, but a week went by, and I ended up getting back together with him because I was like, I don't care if you don't care. I just want to be with you. And we came to an agreement where, you know, if he wasn't able to fulfill me, it was okay for me to go and seek that elsewhere. It was a sort of open relationship. He didn't really want to go like do anything with anybody else, but like I felt like I needed to fill it. So I cheated on him once, and then the rest of the other adventures that I had were completely agreed to. Like, there are some people out there that really judge me because they did not know the situation that I had, and they just thought that I was just going off cheating on my boyfriend all the time. And like, you know, I don't have to let everybody understand what's going on in my life. And if you want to view me like that, like that's your prerogative. That's not what it was. So all of that story is to say that this man saw me at my absolute rock bottom, and he stuck with me through it. We went through so many ups and downs, and he was there. He did not judge me. He didn't make me feel bad about myself. He built me up, and that was the first time that I experienced unconditional love towards me. And so he will always be in my life. So I think I only have one ex that I just am not in contact with at all. I saw that he like got married and he's having a kid, and that's cool, but like I have him blocked on everything just because the way things ended between us was not good. But the rest of everybody that, you know, I've been the one that's broken up all of my relationships except for that one guy that like I'm not cool with. He broke up with me, but everything else, like I've been the one to end it. And it's like I collect people. Like, we go through what we need to go through together, and we teach each other stuff, and we grow and we learn and we evolve, and then we go our separate ways, but we still keep each other in our lives, and we're on good terms. And you know, I just collect my soul tribe essentially. And so this boyfriend that I've just broken up with, which you've seen in the like one video before the last one that I posted, the office trivia, we're still living together for now. Everything is perfectly amicable. He understands why I'm doing everything, and whether or not there's anything that he's hiding from me, that he's upset, you know, eventually that'll come out. But we both, you know, said to each other that we feel like this is not like the end of our relationship as like human to human and friends and stuff. Like, we can remain friends, and he's gonna be in my life for however long he is. I feel like it's gonna be a long time, and we're just gonna be friends. So I collect people. It's just as serial killery as that sounds. I collect people in my relationships. When they end, they don't end in fire and brimstone. They end in enlightenment and love, and just understanding and peace. And we keep each other in our lives as friends, and it's great. And this whole kind of all over the place life lesson-y, emotional, hokey thing is to let you know that, hey, I'm single. I'm not looking for anybody. I need to be single at least for as long as I was in a relationship, because I need to find myself as an adult and, you know, go through all the things that I need to go through by myself. That doesn't mean I can't have friends and stuff along the way, but I need to devote my time to myself. And yeah, I feel really good. Like, I feel like a weight has been lifted off of me. I feel very positive. Like, I've been in a very depressive state for a very long time, and I don't feel that way anymore. I don't feel that way anymore. And it just took that being able to stand up and say the hard thing that I had to say, which was, I still feel like I need to find myself, and it has to be alone. And I need to stop crying. I've been crying a lot. We were watching the show Afterlife, which is on Netflix. It's written and directed by Ricky Gervais. If you haven't watched that show and you want a good cry, oh my God, watch that show. It's amazing. So like, we just finished the second season of that last night, but like, I was crying so much through that, the whole show. Whew. I'm in a very emotional state, and I always am, because I'm a Pisces, Sun and Venus. So it's a lot. But I feel very happy, and that weight is lifted off of me, and I just have a feeling inside of me like there's so much good coming to me. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced bouts of uncertainty, but then also like bouts where it's like you just have a feeling that you know everything is going to be okay. You know something good is coming. You don't know what it is, but you just know, you just need to trust yourself. So I'm trusting myself, my intuition, my spirit guides, my everything that I have going on for me right now. And something very, very good is coming my way, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. I can't wait to help raise the vibration of the earth and move us all away from this bullshit that we've been a part of for so goddamn long, valuing money over human lives. What the fuck is that? I am very excited to decorate my apartment. Like, this space, you have no idea the plans that I have for this space, and it's gonna take a while because I don't have unlimited money right now. I'm gonna have unlimited money because I'm manifesting that in my future, and I'm gonna help a lot of people with it, but also I'm gonna live comfortably with it. Okay, cool, awesome. But like, when he moves out, and when, you know, after Max, because Max is going to move here in July, and so he's going to stay in my spare bedroom, and then after he gets his own place, which will hopefully be right next door to me if this motherfucker moves out, like I think he will, Like, I just have so many plans for what I want this place to look like. And I haven't had a place that I've lived in for longer than a year for the last decade. I have lived in 10 or 11 different apartments. I've broken almost every lease that I've had. There have been a couple that I've completed, but this lease I have renewed. So I'm into the second month of my second lease term, and this is the longest that I've lived anywhere, and it's going to be myspace.com. And I'm going to customize it and make it just a sanctuary for me to grow and learn and just have this experience that I need to have. I hope any of that got through to any of you, maybe showed you that things don't have to be what you don't want them to be. You do have to boss up and have the strength and the courage to say, hey, this isn't what I want. As hard as it's going to be to uproot my life, as hard as it's going to be to just blow up everything and start over, no matter how much time you've invested in something, if it's not serving you, if it's not a part of your higher purpose, and it's bringing you down and making you feel like you aren't enough, or like you have to hide certain aspects of yourself, you do not have to stay in it. You just don't. Trust and believe that the universe will take care of you, and it will. Thank you for coming to my spiritual TED Talk or whatever the fuck this was, and I will see you all next week. Subscribe to the podcast channel, because things are gonna happen over there, and it's gonna be a lot of learning and a lot of spirituality and astrology. It's just cool shit. Okay, so join me on the journey. Namaste on my vibe. Okay, love you, see you later, bye.